Hey, I'm gonna give you my tips on keeping healthy chickens. Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm down here with my chickens, and I'm gonna give you some of my tips on how I keep my chickens healthy. But first, I've still got the giveaway going on, so you can leave a comment on this video here, and I'll put you in the drawing, or you can go back and look and see what we're giving away if you haven't looked already, and leave a comment on that video. So, and Monday night, the 28th, at 8 p.m. I'm gonna be live giving it away, and I've got a couple of questions emailed to me, and we'll try to do a little live chat afterwards if anybody's on there, or if you send me an email with a question, I'll answer it too. So anyway, let's get to the video. My first tip, of course, is to keep your cage clean. As you just see, I move my cage every day, except for Sunday I don't move it, but and if it's really rainy, I don't always move it, but for the most part I move it every day to fresh grass, and this keeps it clean and keeps them out of their own poop. So like if you had a static cage, you could do like a deep bedding method is one way, or you can clean it out, you know, once a week, like when I've had that before. I've done that. So that's my #1 tip, is keep your cage clean, and of course I accomplish that by moving them. Now I haven't fed these yet, and that's why they're like this so loud, so I'm fixing to feed them. But anyway, also the system I use, you can see some of them right now, they eat weed seeds and bugs. Any kind of bug comes in there, they'll kill it, and they eat the far out of it. But you can see I use them also to fertilize my field and to kind of help get rid of the weeds. And we've been pretty successful with it that way. My second tip is quality feed. Now I always, of course, we all remember last winter when we had the little feed controversy with Purina or whatever it was, at Tractor Supply or whatever. So I buy mine from a local mill. I try not to buy national chains, and I get a layer feed for these. And the layer feed that I buy has all the calcium and the minerals and the vitamins that they need to produce a good egg. So, and the protein. Sometimes I change up my protein. Sometimes, right now I'm feeding 16% because it's so hot. You know, in a month or two I'll ramp that back up a little bit. So I'll fool around with it, but you can too. Like when they're chicks, you know, you want to go with a chick starter. And then when they get a certain age, you want to go to the layer, but don't go to the layer too early, because when they're developing, the calcium kind of hurts them. So when they get ready to lay, that's when you hit them with the, you know, the flock layer feed. So my second tip is always use a good quality feed from a local mill if you can. My third tip is always give them clean water. I give them clean water every single day, and I don't necessarily clean out their water every single day, but you know, I'll dump the old water out and put new in. And then, you know, as needed, probably once a week I'll take it over and clean their water out. So in the inside and the little bowl and everything. So that's my third tip. I always clean water. They seem to like it a lot better, and they produce more eggs that way. So, you know, a healthy chicken, you get healthy eggs and they'll produce for you. That's why I kind of watch my flocks really close. My fourth point is I keep my feed secure. So I have a metal drum, and I buy like 300 pounds at a time, and I keep it all in that drum, and that keeps the rodents out of it. So if you don't have a really good place to keep it and you get rodents in there, they'll leave their droppings in there, and I've always worried about that, you know, eating their droppings. That's where you get worms and stuff like that, and who knows what all kind of diseases you get from that. So I always keep my feed secure, and I pay a lot of attention to that. So if I see something, you know, up in my barn where I keep my feed, if I see something on the lid, or some signs on the lid, or even down in there, I'll throw all that away. So, and keep a good lookout for that. So that's my number 4th thing. My 5th tip is always observe these chickens. Like when I feed them, if I see one not eating, if I see one acting funny, then I know something's wrong with that chicken. So I keep a good watch over, especially after I feed them. And like right now they're all looking good. They're all acting like chickens, they're all like they're supposed to do. So if I had one that was over in the corner, I'd be worried about that chicken, and I'd do something about it. But they all look good, and when I throw that feed out there and they're all eating, then I'm happy. And I also check the I look around for any kind of unusual poop that they might have to, have. That's always a good sign too. So I think you can go online and like look at a color chart and stuff like that if if you think something's wrong. And sometimes now when you change feed, they'll have a little something. So I don't worry about that as much, but if it's prolonged, yeah, I would worry about it. But my biggest thing is I watch them, and it don't take very long to watch them. You can watch them for 2 or 3 minutes a day and tell once you get used to your chickens. So that's number 5 tip. And my last tip, and you don't have to follow this tip or whatever, but I don't handle my chickens much because I feel like if you got something on your hands or something and you're handling your chickens all the time, it's going to transfer over to that. So like I pet my dog all the time. My dog sits in my lap, and I don't want to come over here and transfer. I don't know that it matters or if it's even a thing, but I've always kept my chickens where I don't handle them. Now if I have to move them or something like that, that's different, once in a while. But for me to go in there every day and pick them up and pet them and stuff, I don't do that. I don't think that it's natural for them, and I don't want to transfer something from me to them. So that's why I don't do that. And if you do that, that's fine. I know some people at work that, they kind of do that, but that's just my thoughts, and I'm not a vet, and it's just my opinion. So, take it for what it's worth. Hey, I appreciate everybody watching. Appreciate all my subscribers. Don't forget my giveaway now. Hit that subscribe button, give me the thumbs up, hit that like button, hit them notifications button. That way every time I post a video, you'll get notified. Support your local farmer. Join in on that giveaway now. I got some nice stuff. Go over and check it out. Support your local farmer, and I'll see you down here in the farm in the next video.